Let's talk about 10 mistakes that I made during my fitness journey so that you don't do the same thing. Now, if you guys do like this video, make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe to the channel, and make sure you also decide to be better than the person you were yesterday. I know. It's been about 2 weeks since the last time you guys saw a video from me. Hopefully you guys can forgive me because we got some great content planned this week. Just want to give you guys a heads up. I'm no longer a first form athlete. I'm now sponsored by EHP, and you guys can use code Colby as soon as it goes active, which is not yet. And also, if you guys do want to support me any other kind of way, I have my guides and other sponsors in the link below. But with that being said, let's go ahead and jump straight into this. The first mistake that I definitely wish that I did not make over the entire time was not measuring my food accurately. When I first started out in my fitness journey, I wasn't measuring anything, honestly. I was honestly just eating as healthy as possible, prioritizing my protein. That's really all I was eating was chicken, potatoes, and some vegetables. Now, if that sounds like it's boring as hell, it's because it is. I had to figure out a way to incorporate enjoyable foods while still being in a caloric deficit. And the only way to do this is by making sure that you're measuring out all your current meals so that you have a better understanding of what your current intake is. I think this is number one because this is definitely one more of the common mistakes that I see people make. Most people that come to me and they either are eating way too much or way too little. And it's important that you find that middle ground that you're actually going to be comfortable in so that you can live the lifestyle that you want to live. Too much cardio. Now, when I say too much cardio, I honestly mean an hour a day, every day. 150 minutes per week, which is 30 minutes for 5 to 7 days out of the week, is not going to be too much cardio. Too much cardio, in my opinion, is when you start to do it for hours on end, right, throughout the entirety of the week. I'm talking about an hour to 2 hours a day. And yes, there are individuals who do this. This is definitely not needed in order to lose weight that you want to lose. Why? Because your body works off of something called your total daily energy expenditure. So if it burns the energy towards the beginning of the day or whenever you decided to do your cardio, it's just going to make up for saving energy later on throughout the day when you're doing your other activities. You might feel yourself get tired, or you might even feel yourself get more hungry. While there are other things that you may notice about yourself when your total daily energy expenditure is trying to accommodate, being extremely tired or being extremely hungry are more of the common ones. Third one is more of one that everybody should take note of because honestly, I feel like a lot of people do this when they start to get into the fitness realm, taking too much time to be in the gym. On average, when I record a session, my workouts take 2 hours, and if I'm not recording, it takes about an hour and 15 minutes. Take about 45 minutes to actually do my strength training, and on a leg day, it may go a little bit longer, but usually on average, 45 minutes for strength training, 30 minutes for cardio, and I'm out to continue the rest of my day. In this scenario, quantity is not quality. The more time you spend in the gym, the less likely you are to have even gotten a good workout in. I mean, let's face it, maybe you decided to chat with some friends, or maybe you decided to go on too long of a break and scroll through Instagram. Regardless, if you take too long in the gym, the odds are that you aren't even working that hard. Number 4 is one of the more common things that I hear. Thinking that you can't balance working out and your work schedule. Coming from somebody who used to work 12-hour shifts, go to college, and still work out, you can definitely get the job done. This was all done while still posting content as well, so it's definitely possible. While it may be taxing, it may even sometimes feel overwhelming, think about the reason why you even started in the first place and think about what you're getting out of it. As long as you remember your reason why, you can always decide to be better than the person you were yesterday. Number 5 is one of the more crucial ones, not getting enough sleep. When I was bigger, I suffered from something called sleep apnea. Now this is typically more common in overweight individuals, and it definitely can be a burden, especially when you're trying to get good sleep. You mix this in with the overconsumption of caffeine from individuals nowadays, along with hectic work schedules, it becomes almost impossible to get good quality rest. If you already have trouble getting good quality rest, make sure you create a wind down time. That's where you actually start to get off your phone, turn the TV off, maybe even play some white noise. What you consume before bed could also play a huge role in your sleep cycle. So try not to have any late night snacks if you can, or extremely late meals. And even if you do, try to hold off about an hour and a half to 2 hours before you actually decide to fall asleep. Taking supplements such as magnesium could actually help with your sleep cycle and not just the amount of time that you actually do sleep. What I mean by that is, don't start relying on abusing melatonin in order to stay asleep. Melatonin really just only helps with the process of you falling asleep. And once you're asleep, you can wake up at any time. And if you abuse this, it could affect how you do your daily activities the next day after taking it. Next is focusing on the extremes. A lot of times I hear people talking about intermittent fasting or keto diets. While these diets do work, don't get me wrong, they are definitely not sustainable for the long term. So if you're looking for long-term results that are conducive towards your health and fitness and help you live the lifestyle you want to live, then definitely do not become reliant upon diets like this. The extremes could also fall into your workouts. A lot of times when people first start working out, they want to go every single day of the week, and this might not be ideal. It is extremely tough to break old habits since we're creatures of habit. So trying to create an extreme habit typically is not ideal because it usually leads to you falling off regardless. Next is overrating supplements. A lot of times people overrate supplements such as fat burners, like I did early on, as well as things like creatine and L-carnitine. These are things that can be taken and definitely have their use, but to think that you can become reliant on it without proper nutrition, sleep, or recovery, it's going to be a waste of your time. Make sure that you only take these when you are actually doing everything in your power through your nutrition, your sleep, and recovery to be the best person possible. After you've done that, then you should implement these supplements as an enhancer, not as a replacer for any of your dietary needs. My next biggest mistake was not posting every last thing. While I did post a whole lot, there's a lot of things that I did not post during my entire journey, and honestly, I wish I did. I've gotten countless DMs from individuals who've also lost over 100 pounds and said that they also had a crazy transformation but didn't document it. I think it is important that you document it for other reasons as well besides social media and glory. Document it for your own purposes. Document it because you don't ever want to go back to that person and you see it right then and there that it's possible for you to get from that person, but also you see it as a reality of that's who you used to be. Now, for this next one, I did say that supplements can be easily overrated, but this is one of those supplements that I honestly think that everybody should consume, regardless of gender, race, or whatever else may come into play. While dieting, it is extremely hard to maintain muscular endurance, for those who know. Implementing creatine can help subside that effect, allowing you to train a little bit harder, push a little bit longer if needed, so that you can maximize your chances of muscle retention as well as hypertrophy. Now, this last one is something that I still need to work on, and that's drinking enough water. Drinking water is one of those subjective things, but having about a gallon a day for each individual is usually the bare minimum. A gallon of water a day is pretty ideal depending on how you look at it. You could have multiple bottles, you can refill it, you can go and grab a jug, whatever floats your boat, but all that matters is that you get the water in. Now, appreciate y'all tuning into this video. Make sure if y'all do like this video, you guys leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. I'm Untitled Colby, part of Empty Lifestyle, and this is the 10 mistakes that I made during my fitness journey so that you don't have to do it as well.